Welcome. Thanks for joining me. If you're like me and you played competitive sports for a long time in your body, there's certain places that just need a good stretch or need a little bit of stimulation to make sure that those areas are still feeling strong and you're feeling confident that you can continue to move and do your daily activities. So I played competitive sports for over 20 years. And my body, sometimes it feels great, sometimes it doesn't. I feel that this flow, this is more of an athletic flow, gets into all those places, making me feel a little bit more confident and secure and happy with what my body still can do. So if you're like me, join along today. Maybe have your blocks handy in case your hamstrings are a little bit tighter today. Maybe your strap, a blanket for later. We are going to do a few more athletic type of postures, so a little bit building of heat and maybe even a few more strength poses. So be mindful of what your body can do today and just come back at it time and time again with an open mind and always listening to your breath. So we're going to start in my favorite place, on my back. So when you're ready, go ahead and make your way onto your back. As you make your way down, let your knees be bent. Let your head be heavy and just pause there. Let the insides of your knees touch. And let your hands rest on your belly or by your side. Just start to bring your awareness into the room, onto your mat, and into your body. Connecting with your surroundings, connecting with your breath. And just start to take inventory today. Notice how your body's feeling. Any areas of injury or fatigue. Any areas that are feeling a little bit more open, more ready to be engaged. Just be mindful of all those areas as you start to move today in this practice. Trying to let that athletic or that competitive ego be left off the mat or even off outside the room. Sometimes that's a challenge for me as well. And setting that intention to just be present with what your body can do today. Maybe even celebrating what your body can do today. So set that intention. Let that form in your mind's eye. Maybe an image or a phrase takes hold. Then wherever you are in your breathing cycle, exhale fully. We'll set that intention with just a sighing of the mouth. So take a big inhale through the nose. And then let that air go. 2 more times. Inhale, drawing in that intention. Let it settle in. And then letting go. 1 final time. Inhale. Hold. And release. And start your breath, build your breath here, inhaling and exhaling equally on each sides of that breath. So inhaling maybe to a count of 4 or 5, matching that to an exhale, a count of 4 or 5. And starting to engage that Ujjayi pranayama if you need to create a little bit more heat. That slight narrowing of the back of the throat, creating that ha sound or wave sound. If you're a person that tends to build heat naturally, don't worry about using that Ujjayi breath. Just use the normal breath in and out of the nose without any constriction in the back of the throat. Continue to let yourself build your breath and let your breath be your guide for your practice, moving with your breath. On your next inhale, draw both knees into your chest and squeeze them in. Exhaling, rocking a little bit. And then coming into our first movement here, doing a twist. From here, you're going to place the feet back down onto the ground, shift your hips over to the right slightly, and then inhale, draw those knees back into the chest, keeping them as close as you can to your chest. Exhale, make your arms like cactus. Take an inhale there, draw the low belly in, and then exhale, drop those knees to the left. Legs and feet can come apart, but see if you can draw that top knee toward the bottom knee. Lengthen tailbone toward your heels. As you draw that right shoulder down, maybe left hand presses on the top of that right thigh. Take another breath here, maybe even look over your right shoulder. Exhale fully here. Inhale brings both knees back up. Exhale, release the feet to the floor, bring the hips all the way over toward the left. And then inhale, draw those knees into the chest, use that low belly. And then exhale, drop the knees over to the right. Again, draw the knees and ankles toward one another. They don't have to touch, but they might. Right hand to the top of that left thigh as you lengthen the tailbone toward your heels. And let that left shoulder be heavy. Few deep breaths here, getting into the low, mid back. Exhale fully. As you inhale, draw the knees back up. Exhale, hug those knees in, round the spine, bring your forehead toward your knees. Take another full inhale there. And exhale, releasing. Checking in with how your body's feeling. Either roll to one side to press yourself up, or start rocking and rolling forward and backward a couple times, and then roll all the way forward onto those hands and knees. So once you're on those hands and knees, ground down into the hands, tuck the toes, hover the knees, and then let those knees drop underneath the hips. Coming into our tabletop position, preparing for a few rounds of cat-cow. As you inhale, lengthen the spine, look forward, let that belly drop. And as you exhale, press the hands around the spine, chin to chest. Couple more rounds there, inhaling, and then exhaling with your breath. Pausing if you need to in a position to feel better. Let the breath be full. Let the breath be long. One more round there. And then coming to a neutral spine. Take that left knee, bring it to the center line. Extend the right leg long, ground the toes. Draw in through the low belly to engage the spine, press into the hands, and then start to lift that back heel. So you're in a nice straight line, you're not coming into cat or cow, you're in a nice long spine, and then maybe that left arm starts to lengthen forward. So find a little core action here. If you ever need to, that extended arm can drop to the floor so you have a little bit more balance. Stay here for another breath, and then adding some movement, take an inhale. And as you exhale, round, knee to nose, elbow to belly button. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. One more time, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen, hold. And as you exhale, hand down, knee down. Tuck the toes, hover those knees, let those knees come back underneath the hips. Inhale, shoulders roll back. Exhale, round. Second side, inhale, nice long spine. Exhale, brings that right knee to the center line, extend the left leg long. Draw up through the lower belly, press into those hands as you lift your back heel. So again, making sure your belly isn't dropping, your chest isn't rounding, your nice long spine, and then that right arm starts to lengthen forward. Breathing here. Nice full inhales and exhales. Good. And then adding on some movement, take an inhale there. And exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen. Pausing here as you exhale. And then inhale, hand down, knee down. As you exhale, hover the knees. Bring those knees right back underneath the hips. Inhale, long spine. Lengthen, look up. And then as you exhale, round. Inhale comes to a neutral spine. And as you exhale, straighten those legs. Come to a high plank for a moment. Good. Press down into the hands, lengthen tailbone toward your heels as your inner thighs spiral up. Imagine heels are drawing back to toes as toes start to draw toward heels of your hands, creating that low belly engagement. Press into the hands, find a little bit of space between the shoulder blades. And then on your exhale, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Pause there, press back into those heels, press in with the hands. Let the neck grow long toward to the thumbs. As your side waist grows longer and lifting those hips, bend the knees if you need to so you can lengthen that side waist. If you feel like you're rounding in your upper back, just bend the knees so you can lengthen through the low back. Draw up through the lower belly. 2 more full breaths here. And then adding in a little bit of movement, creating some heat in those shoulders. Inhale rolls you forward to plank. Long inhale. And then exhale, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Keeping that core engaged. Inhale lengthens you forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 more times. Inhale rolls you forward to plank. Exhale lifts those hips. Good. Inhale rolls you forward. And exhale lifts the hips. Last time, inhale rolls it forward. This time as you exhale, bring the knees down. Make the knees a little bit wider than hip distance. Big toes touch. Sit back onto those heels as you let your forehead drop into child's pose. Maybe as you inhale, turn the palms up. And then exhale, press the palms down. A couple more times like that. Inhaling and exhaling, just finding a little bit of different stretch in the shoulders. 1 more full inhale there. And exhale. Inhale, lifts the chest, look forward, come up high onto those fingertips. As you exhale, walk both hands over toward the left. Your right ribs are going to drop toward that left thigh. As you reach through the hands, press into the hands, and then send your right hip back toward your right heel. Let your forehead drop toward the floor, give you a nice side stretch. Exhale fully there. Inhale, lift and lengthen. As you exhale, walk the hands all the way over to the other side. Draw those left ribs toward the right knee. Press down into the hands as you send that left hip back. Getting into the side stretch as your head drops toward the floor. On your inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, walks those hands back to center. Shift the weight forward. Tuck the toes, hover those knees underneath the hips. Dropping the knees, take an inhale, draw in through the spine. And then exhale, straighten those legs, come to your plank. Take an inhale there. And exhale, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Putting a bend into the knees. As you inhale, walk those hands back toward your feet. Once your feet are firmly on the ground, bend deeply into the knees. Let yourself have a forward bend here. So by bending into the knees, you kind of release through that low back a little bit and shift the hips from side to side. You can have your blocks underneath your hands if you need that, or even bend the knees deeper. Relax the head, give a little nod, yes. A little shake, no. Maybe interlink opposite hands and elbows and allowing yourself to dangle from side to side. And then exhale, fully release the hands back to the floor if they're not there already. As you inhale, hands to shins or floor, lengthen out, nice long spine. Exhale, fold over those straight legs. Inhale, lengthen, long spine. Exhale, fold. One more time, inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Press down into those feet as you inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, start to roll the spine up. As you inhale, roll shoulders back, lift the chin and chest. And exhale there. Good, go ahead and make your way to the top of your mat. We're gonna do a couple warming sun salutations. So we'll do a half, an A, and a B. So both of all 3 series. Ground down into the feet, either hip distance apart and parallel, or big toes touch and feet parallel. Exhale, fully relax the hands by your side, gazing forward. Remind yourself of your intention. Exhale fully. Inhale, takes the arms up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, long spine. As you exhale, plant the hands, lengthen the spine. Inhale, long spine again. And exhale, fold. Pressing into those feet, inhale brings you up. And exhale, hand start. Scratch that one. Inhale, takes the arms up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, refold. Press into the feet, inhale, brings the arms up. And exhale, hand start. Inhale, takes the arms up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, hop, step, or walk back to plank. Take an inhale there. Exhale, lower knees or toes. Ground down through the toes. Inhale, opens the chest, baby cobra, cobra. Exhale, lower to the floor. Tuck the toes, press back knees or toes. Downward facing dog. Nice full inhale. And exhale. Finding some stillness in your downward dog. Pressing through the hands, down and forward, to lift up through the hips, to lengthen the hamstrings and heels back and down to the back of the mat. Take another big inhale there. And exhale. Inhale, look toward the hands. Exhale, hop, step, or float both feet forward. Inhale, long spine. And exhale, fold. Pressing into the feet, inhale, brings those arms up. And exhale, hands to heart. Adding on, bend the knees, inhale, reach. As you exhale, forward fold, straighten the legs. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, plant the hands, hop, step, or walk back to plank. Take an inhale there. And exhale, lower knees or toes. Inhale, shoulders roll back, cobra, maybe upward dog. Exhale, meeting up, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts to the sky. Exhale, heel to bum, open it up. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, draw knee to nose as you step it forward. Back heels can stay up or come down. Inhale, brings yourself up. Warrior one or crescent. Big inhale there. And exhale, hands to floor. Inhale, step it back. Keep that right foot hovering. Exhale, lower knees or toes. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left leg reaches. Exhale, heel to bum, open it up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw knee to nose, step the foot forward. Back heel comes down. Inhale, lifts you up. Exhale there. Take another full inhale. Exhale, lower to the floor. Inhale, steps you back and left foot stays hovering. Exhale, lower. Inhale, shoulders roll back. And exhale, press it back, downward dog. Find your breath. Find some stillness. Engaging through the body to lengthen and heat. Exhale fully. Inhale, look toward the hands. Exhale, hop, step, or float both feet forward. Inhale, long spine. And exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Inhale, reach those arms. And exhale, press to stand. Take a moment, hands by your side. Take an inhale. And exhale. Inhale, finding your weight into your right foot. As you exhale, take that left foot into tree. So it could be high tree or low tree. Press leg into foot, foot into leg. Lengthen the side waist, maybe arms start to grow. Maybe palms press. Lift the chest, and then press down into that standing leg. Nice full deep inhales and exhales. One more full inhale here. Exhale. Hands can stay above the head or maybe they come to the heart. Inhale brings that front knee to center. Exhale, stepping it back, coming into warrior two stance. Opening the arms wide on your inhale, and then exhale, find your pose. Relax the shoulders, draw the shoulder blades onto the back as you lengthen and spread through the arms. Gaze over those front fingers. Exhale fully. Inhale, straightens that front leg. Exhale, extend the right side waist forward, and then hand comes down to the blocker floor. Press down to open up the chest, and then lengthen your tailbone toward your heel. Engage through those legs. Maybe even take the gaze up to that top arm above your head. One more full inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, looking down. Exhale, bend you into that front knee. Hand can stay behind the thigh. Take a big inhale, open the chest, draw that left hip back, and exhale, top arm overhead. Shoulder blades draw down the back, opening the chest to the left. Maybe look up under that top arm. Big inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, top arm reaches. Exhale, looking down. Engage the core as you inhale. Press yourself up, warrior two. And then exhale. Straighten the front leg. Turn the toes to the long end of your mat as your hands come to your hips. And then interlink those hands behind the back. Inhale, open the chest. And as you exhale, forward fold from the hips. Lengthen out. Press in the outer edges of your feet as your hands reach up toward the ceiling. Draw in through the lower belly. Lift up through those hips as maybe the arms start to come overhead. One more full inhale there. Exhale. Inhale, hands come to the low back. Exhale, releases them to the floor. Inhale, nice long spine, look forward. As you exhale, bend into the knees. Walk the hands back to the top of your mat. Lift the back heel. Your left hand's going to stay on the floor right underneath the shoulder. And then inhale, takes that right arm up. Draw in through the low belly. Lift the outer left hip as maybe even you take that top arm overhead. Draw in through the belly. Keep lifting the inner thighs. One more full inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, top arm reaches. Exhale, circles that top hand to the floor. Find that low lunge. Take an inhale there. Exhale. Once again, press down into that left hand. Start to roll to the left outer edge of your foot. And start to hover that right knee to your chest. And then stack right foot on top of left foot, coming into side plank. Draw in through the lower belly. Maybe even take that top hand overhead as you lift the hips higher. Good, another full inhale there. Exhale. Inhale, top arm reaches. Exhale, draws that right knee back into your chest. Look where it's going to step forward. Take an inhale. And exhale, step foot forward. Nice low lunge, inhale here. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back. Inhale. And then as you exhale, lower halfway. Take an inhale. Exhale, push up. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower through the vinyasa. Your choice, cobra, upward dog, meeting up, downward facing dog. Draw in through that low belly, inner thigh, spiral back, big inhale. And exhale. Inhale, look toward your hands. Exhale, hop, step, or walk. Both feet forward. Inhale, long spine. And exhale, fold. Inhale, takes those arms all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Good, second side. Grounding down into that left foot. And bringing that right foot into tree. Pressing foot into thigh, thigh into foot as you lift and open the chest. Draw in through the lower belly. Relax the shoulders. Maybe palms start to press. Take another full inhale there. And exhale. Inhale, hands to heart. Exhale, front knee to center as you inhale, stepping it back. Coming into warrior two. Press into those feet, open through the chest, draw the shoulder blades onto the back. Tailbone lengthens. Front knee draws to the left side. Big inhale there. Exhale. Inhale, straightens that front leg. Exhale, extends that left side waist as the left hand comes to the blocker floor. Top arm reaches up as those shoulder blades draw onto the back. And tailbone lengthens to the back heel. Pressing into the feet, take the gaze up to the top thumb. One more full inhale. And exhale. Inhale, looking down. Exhale, bends into that left knee. Keeping the hand to the outside, press knee into arm. And take that top arm, reach it up as the right hip draws back. And then maybe arm overhead. Keep lifting up through the hips, pressing in with the feet. Maybe take the gaze under that top arm. One more full inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, top arm reaches. Exhale, looking down. As you inhale, press yourself back up, warrior two. Exhale, straighten that left leg. Turn the toes to the long end of your mat, hands to your hips or behind your back. Take a big inhale, open the chest. And exhale, fold forward to the hips, lengthening out, pressing the outer edges of your feet as your arms come up and overhead. Draw the shoulder blades onto the back to lengthen the top of the head to the floor. Lift up through those sit bones as you draw the head closer to the floor. One more full inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, hands to the low back. Exhale, release them to the floor. As you inhale, lengthen long spine. Exhale, bends into the knees, walk those hands back to the top of your mat. Find that low lunge. Pausing there, take an inhale. Exhale. Planting that right hand down, take the left arm up, finding that twist. Lift the right outer hip up as you draw the left hip back. Press down to look up, maybe top arm reaches overhead. Draw the shoulder blades onto the back to open the chest. One more big inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, top arm reaches. Exhale, looking down as you bring both hands down. Find that low lunge again. Take an inhale. Exhale, preparing for that arm balance. Right hand goes flat again underneath the shoulder. Roll to the right pinky edge of the foot as you take that left knee to the left chest. Inhale, takes the left arm up. Exhale, stack the feet. Take an inhale, lift up through the hips. Exhale, top arm reaches overhead. Good. Pressing down, shoulder blades onto the back. Big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, top arm reaches. Exhale, draws that left knee into the chest. Inhale, look down to where that leg's gonna go. And exhale, step it forward. Good. Low lunge. Inhale here, heart forward. Exhale, stepping it back. Inhale, shifts you forward. Exhale, halfway. Take an inhale. Exhale, push up. Take an inhale. Exhale through the vinyasa. Opening the chest. Pressing it back, downward dog. Nice full inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, look toward those hands. Exhale, hop, step, or float, both feet forward. Inhale, long spine. And exhale, fold. Inhale, brings those arms all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Release the hands by your side. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. Inhaling, allow those eyes to open. Exhaling there. Our second round here, you might need a strap for binding if your arms aren't there. Do any version that feels best for you. You might even need a block, so we're going to do a little bit of one-legged balances. So whatever's best for you. And then exhale fully at the top of your mat. Inhale, takes those arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, long spine. As you exhale, step the left foot back. Find warrior two stance with those legs. And then bring your right hand to the inside. Take an inhale, open the chest, take that left arm up. And then exhale, brings the left arm behind you. Either grab your hip, grab your waistband, or taking that right arm underneath, grabbing the left hand, and then roll the shoulders back. Press down into those legs, opening up the chest, finding a little bit of bound side angle pose. Take another inhale here. Exhale. Keeping the bind if you can. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Coming into a bound triangle pose. Keep rolling the shoulders back, press into those legs, open the chest. Good, one more full inhale there. Exhale. Inhale, looking down. Exhale, release the right hand down, reach it forward, and then take that left foot, extend it up as you stand on that right leg. Coming to half moon here with a little bit of a bind. Draw the shoulders back, lift through that left leg. Maybe and find a little bit more balance as you hover the right hand. Good, take one more full inhale there. Exhale. As you inhale, unwind the bind. Exhale, bring your left hand to your heart. Square the hips to the floor. Bring your right hand to your heart. Find a little bit of warrior three. Draw the shoulder blades onto the back. Lift through that back heel. Good. Take another full inhale there. Exhale. As you inhale, hands down toward the floor. Exhale, left leg extends long, finding a nice low lunge. And then walk that right foot out to the side. Let your back knee drop. Pause there, roll the shoulder blades on the back as those hips drop. And then you have an option, you can stay here. Maybe those elbows come down to blocks or the floor. Press equally into both elbows. Keep the back toe tucked, squeeze the right knee into the chest, and then maybe the back leg straightens. Heart comes forward, so don't let those hips and upper back round. Let the hips drop, chest draws forward. Keep drawing everything to the center line. Take another inhale there. Exhale. Inhale, releases the back knee to the ground. Exhale, either come up to the hands or stay to the elbows. You have two options. You can take your right arm back to bend the left knee and grab onto the foot. Or you can keep your right hand to the floor, shift the hips back, grab on with the left hand. So you have options for whatever quad stretch you'd like to do. Getting into that quadricep, breathing. For those that can go a little bit deeper, elbow to floor, heel to bum, open the chest, lean it back. Take one more full inhale. Exhale. Inhale, release the leg. Exhale, hands back toward the floor. Pause there, take an inhale. As you exhale, tuck the back toe, straighten the back leg, hover your right knee to your chest, and then right knee to the back of the right hand, coming into pigeon. Lengthen the back leg back. Keep the back toe tucked under as you lift the chest, lengthen the front body. Maybe hands hover. Maybe hands behind the back, lengthen, open the chest. Keep drawing in through the low belly as you lengthen tailbone to floor. Good, take one more full inhale here. As you exhale, fold it forward for a couple breaths, elbows to floor, or lengthen all the way out. Letting that left hip drop, right hip draws to the back of the mat. Another full inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, lengthens you out. Exhale, plant the hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toe, press it back, downward dog. Take a moment there, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, rolls you forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Take an inhale there. Exhale, push up. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower through the vinyasa. Shoulders back, pressing it back, downward dog. Nice full inhale there. And exhale. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, hop, step, or float, both feet forward. Inhale, long spine. And exhale, fold. Inhale, takes those arms all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Second side. Inhale, brings you up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, plant the hands, step the right foot back, coming into warrior two. Ground down through those feet. And then this time, left hand comes to the inside. Right arm reaches to the ceiling. Draw that right hip back, left hip under. And then right hand binds behind. Left arm draws under, and then roll the shoulders back. Good, breathing here, press into the legs. Open the chest. Good, another breath here. Release the bind if you need to, or on your next inhale, straighten that left leg. Coming into bound Trikonasana. Good, take another inhale there. Exhale. Inhale, looking down. Exhale, release the left hand down, keep the right hand behind the back, and then press up on that left leg, finding half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Spread through the toes, open the chest, maybe hover the bottom hand. Take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale, unbind that right hand to chest. Lift and lengthen through the chest, left hand to chest. And then lift up through the back leg, standing leg strong. Virabhadrasana 3. Good, one more full breath here. Exhale. Maybe challenge yourself without your hands coming to the floor. Lengthen your back leg back. Find that low lunge. And then hands to the inside of the foot as you walk that foot out to the side. Pause there, nice big inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, back knee down. Pause there, roll the shoulders back, let the hips drop as you draw that left heel back. And then either staying there, going toward the floor, make sure both elbows press down. Sometimes my left elbow gets a little lighter than my right. I want to press down equally. And maybe that back leg straightens. Let the hips drop, let the heart draw forward, maybe even gaze past your fingers. Back leg's nice and energized. One more full inhale there. Exhale. Coming into that quad stretch, let the back knee come down. Whatever way you did it before, right hand or left hand, I'm going to take my left arm, reach it back. Bend in the back knee. Press foot into hand, hand into foot. Good, draw everything into the center line and then open the chest. Finding that stretch in the quadricep. You might even need a strap around the ankle or the ball of the foot, the top of the foot. Another full inhale there. Exhale. Inhale, release the foot. Exhale, plant those hands underneath the shoulders. Pause there for a moment. And then straighten the back leg. Engage the legs as you inhale, draw the left knee to your chest. Exhale, left knee to the back of the left hand. Coming into pigeon. Lengthen out the back leg. Let that left hip drop, right hip drops forward as you lift up through the lower belly. Hands can stay to floor. Maybe they hover, maybe you find some type of bind behind the back. Breathing. Finding that stretch in the right side, the strength in the left side. Take one more full breath here. Exhale. Inhale, start to bring those elbows toward the floor as you send that left hip back and the right hip forward. Take 2 full breaths here, folding forward. Keep the strength in that front leg and the length in the right leg. Exhale fully. As you inhale, come back up toward those hands. Exhale, tuck the back toe, press it back, downward dog. Nice full inhale there. And exhale. Inhale, rolls you forward to plank. Exhale, lower halfway. Take an inhale. Exhale, press up. Take an inhale, rock forward. Exhale through the vinyasa. Shoulders roll back. And press it back, downward dog. Nice full inhale there. And exhale. Inhale, look toward your hands. Exhale, hop, step, handstand to the front. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Inhale, takes those arms all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Making our way to the floor. Inhale, brings the arms up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, slowly bend into those knees, getting deeper and deeper. Knees draw wide, sliding those feet on, or the hips onto the floor, and then draw the knees wide, soles of the feet together. Sitting up nice and tall, lift the chest. And as you exhale, press those elbows into the inner thighs as you press the soles of your feet together, and your heart comes forward. Draw in through the lower belly, and engaging those outer hips to let those knees drop wider. One more full inhale here. Exhale fully. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, back to center. Go ahead and take both legs, extend them out. Sitting up high onto those sit bones. Draw in through the belly, take a big inhale here. And exhale, lengthen forward. Hinging at the hips, drawing the chest forward, lower belly in, draw the toes back, and then spiral those inner thighs down. And you always have the strap in case you need to keep those legs a little bit more active, spreading through the balls of your feet, letting the heart come forward, drawing those shoulder blades onto the back. Resist the urge to round forward just to get to your toes. I know back in the day that would be how I thought I needed to get to my toes, and I never got there, and now I finally can. Exhale fully. Inhale, lengthen long spine. Exhale, back to center. Coming into shoulder stand, so you have different options. If you don't have a shoulder stand practice, you can start with your hips on a block and your legs just up on the block. You can start with legs up the wall. I recommend if you don't have a shoulder stand practice, you'd like one, go look at my shoulder stand tips video real quickly and go along with that one and do that maybe next time, or do that one this time and then continue this video. I'm going to go up against the wall just because it's a little easier maybe for people to see when it's up against the wall. You have that option as a block as well though. So rolling up next to the wall, I like to even, once I'm there, take my blanket, place it back behind me so that the blanket then is going to be right there at the place where my neck and my shoulders meet. So it's going to be right there as I lay onto my back. Hips nice and close to the wall. I lay down just so I have a little bit more support for my cervical spine. I'm going to press into my feet, lift my hips up. So this way I can really get myself onto my shoulders, roll my shoulders under, interlink my fingers, draw those shoulder blades together as I keep lifting my hips, press my head into the floor, and then hands can come to my low back. I can stay here, feeling the stretch in my upper back, feeling my feet over my head, or I can take one leg at a time up to the ceiling. Draw in through the lower belly, and then over time, walking those hands down to my mid-back maybe, as I draw my elbows away from my head and lift my chin slightly toward my toes. Legs are active, toes are spread, and your breath is nice and full. Finding that Ujjayi pranayama here. Continue to stay with your legs up. If your legs are on the wall, your hands can still be on your low back. Your chin can be slightly tucked, or your arms can reach toward the wall, and continue to breathe. You have 5 more breaths here. And slowly coming down, unwinding the shoulders, lowering the hips. Pause there for a moment. Maybe your legs go up the wall, or if your hips are on the block, releasing your feet to the floor, maybe coming off that block. Taking a couple more deep breaths there, just laying on your back. And making your way back to your mat. Taking out any props from underneath you. We'll do holding one bridge pose. If you have a full wheel practice in your repertoire, you're more than welcome to go into that now. Grounding down into those feet, lengthen hands toward your feet. Take a big inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, wind those shoulders underneath and just grab the ends of your feet or press down into those hands. Draw the knees toward one another slightly as your tailbone lengthens to your knees. Imagine you're drawing your heels toward your shoulders as you lengthen your hands toward your heels. Good. Take 2 more deep breaths here. Exhale fully. Inhale, unwinds those shoulders. Exhale, slowly lowers the hips. Let those knees knock in, feet come apart, distance of your mat. Hands rest on your belly. Take a breath here. And then coming into a twist. So if you have any form of twist that's best for you, you can go into that. We're going to do one leg, but eagle legs. You're going to take your feet and your hips, shift them over to the right. And then take that right leg, cross it over the left. Find eagle legs, those crossing of the legs. And then let the knees drop over to the left. Keep that right shoulder heavy. Draw in through the belly, tailbone lengthens to heels. Finding a stretch in the back as well as in that outer hip. Another full inhale here. Exhale. Draw in through the lower belly. Inhale, lifts those hips, or lifts the knees. Exhale, unwind those legs, and then bring those legs, those hips over to the left. Left leg over the right. Take an inhale. And exhale, drop the knees to the right. Draw in through the lower belly. Let the shoulders be heavy. Maybe even look over that left shoulder. One more full inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, brings the knees back up to center. Exhale, unwind the legs. Bring those hips back to center. Drop both knees into the chest, coming into happy baby. Press down into the knees, down toward the floor as you lengthen tailbone toward the end of your mat. Pressing into the pinky edges of your feet as you press your feet toward the ceiling. Take another full inhale here in stillness. And as you exhale, maybe start to rock a little bit. Release any breathing you have here. And just scan over the body. As you're ready, extending those legs up, give them a little shake. And then slowly bend the knees, place the soles of the feet onto the ground. Lengthen those legs out, use any props that you need to. I know I like to have my blanket underneath my legs for a little support for my low back. But using any props that you need to so that you can have a nice long spine, knowing that Savasana is just as important of a posture as any of the others we've done previously. Let those shoulder blades tuck onto the back a little bit. Press the back of your head into the floor. If you have any ponytail holders in your hair, go ahead and take them out so your head can relax completely. And wherever you are in your breathing cycle, exhale fully. One cleansing breath here. Inhale. Let the belly rise. Chest expands. Hold on to that breath for a moment. And then sigh it out the mouth. As you sigh it out, release any tension, anything you're holding on to, and let yourself surrender into stillness, into relaxation for a few moments here, allowing your body and mind to absorb the energy you've created in that practice. Taking rest, Savasana. If you have a little more time, please stay here. Otherwise, start to deepen your breath. Allowing some movement to come back into the fingers, toes, wrists, and ankles. On your next breath, reach your arms back behind your head, slide your feet together, give yourself a long stretch. And then slowly bend the knees. Take the feet as wide as your mat, and on your next exhale, drop both knees to the left. Inhale to center, and exhale to the right. Repeating that again on both sides, and then draw your knees into your chest. Hugging those knees in, rounding the spine, bring forehead toward your knees. And then using your arm as a pillow, roll over to your favorite side. Pause there for a moment. Trying to keep the eyes closed, trying to stay within the body. And then when you're ready, mindfully pressing yourself up. Coming all the way back up to seated. Finding a comfortable seat where you can sit for a couple moments. And then allow those eyes to close if they've opened. Hands pressed together in front of your heart. Taking this moment to acknowledge any shifts and changes in your body and your mind. And then we'll seal this practice in as we close together with one final Om. Exhale fully. Take a full inhale. Bowing your head slightly. Taking a moment. And thanking yourself for showing up to your mat today. Taking time for yourself. And allowing yourself to build more awareness in your body. Allowing the strength, the energy, and the breath of this practice to help you once you transition off your mat and into your day. Letting your lips curl up into a smile as you raise your head. Thank you for joining me. Drink lots of water, eat your veggies, and wear some sunblock. We'll see you next time. Namaste.